Hello, and welcome back to another We Ourselves. And I just want to do a really quick reaction to the James Gunn official Superman teaser trailer, which was put out by Warner Brothers. As always, teaser trailers, they don't show you much. I mean, of course, it starts with Superman crashing into the earth and you're seeing that he was just in a battle and he's been injured and he calls Krypto to him. And so that was fine. And the visuals were fine. And of course, you see all of the extra characters that are going to be in the movie. You see Guy Gardner, who's going to be Green Lantern. You see Lex Luthor, played by Nicholas Hoult. He actually looks good. Of course, you have all the scenes with Lois Lane. You have Hawkgirl, and I was wondering, are they going to show us Mr. Terrific? Are they going to leave the brother out? But no, they actually show him in a couple of scenes. So you see all of that, and the action looks good. The uniforms look good. I know a lot of people were a little hesitant, and a lot of people are still hesitant about Superman's uniform. I have to say, from what I can see in this trailer, I'm not too happy about the red trunks. They seem to be loose on them. I mean, I don't know. It remains to be seen how it works, but I actually like Henry Cavill's Superman suit better. And I think James Gunn was going to go in that direction, but particularly with not having the red trunks. But then David Corenswet convinced him to go with the red trunks. I'm not too sure about it in the trailer. But anyway, again, you're not giving much detail. It's just a teaser trailer. So obviously the visuals look fine. The special effects that we see look fine. James Gunn is an accomplished director. He knows how to direct big budget movies. He knows how to direct movies with multiple characters. So I have no doubts that he's going to do a good job with directing this movie and what you're going to see in the visuals and stuff, because he's experienced with doing big budget spectacle things like this. The odd thing that I did not like about the teaser trailer is I hated the music. I'm a fan of John Williams. He's the original OG of movie scores, and they took the original John Williams Superman theme and they modernized it and rocked it up with this guitar and whining guitar. And for me, given the visuals, it was weak. I absolutely hated this version of the music. And I know there was a teaser to the teaser which had actual music and themes, the new themes that's going to be used, and that sounds good. But after Guardians of the Galaxy 3, both in how much music he threw at you, where it became too much, and with the weak orchestration, I loved the first two Guardians of the Galaxy. I have the soundtracks, but I was sorely disappointed when it came to the third movie. And so it kind of worries me that James Gunn might mess up in the music department. Like I said, that teaser of the teaser, that sounded fine, but the choice in the version of the original Superman from John Williams, to me, I know there's going to be people who like it. I hated it. It was weak and it did not do anything with the visuals. I don't know why they didn't use the new theme, which was more geared towards Hans Zimmer's Man of Steel theme. Why they didn't use that they had in that teaser to the teaser, why they didn't put that in here, I don't know. But this just sounded corny, and it sounded like they were striving and they were trying to be extra cool. And this is one of the things that worries me about James Gunn. Like a lot of very eccentric, super confident, idiosyncratic, I have my type of way of doing things. A lot of creatives like that, particularly directors, unless they have some kind of control on them, they become self-indulgent. And that was one of the things I felt with Guardian of the Galaxy, particularly when it came to the music and how it was stuffed into that movie. Because I think he had a free hand because it was going to be a standalone movie and it wasn't going to be connected to anything else going on with the MCU because he was going over to DC. Same thing happened with Ryan Reynolds. My biggest complaint about Deadpool and Wolverine, besides the trash story, it was self-indulgent. And watching the first two episodes of Creature Commandos, I felt the same way. And it worries me that now that he's in charge and he doesn't have anybody over him directly, kind of reining in his more excesses, I think you might see that with the things that he does for DC Studios now because he's the boss. And that worries me. And I have a bet with my friend. He doesn't really think so, but I think the reason why they had him recut the actual trailer for Superman is because he became self-indulgent with all his music, and he probably presented them. I don't know, this is just my speculation, take it with a grain of salt. He probably hit them with the Guardian of the Galaxy 3 type of trailer, and you can't do that with Superman. Superman is not some unknown side character. It's not a group of quirky characters that nobody really knows and he can have a field day with. When you throw in the heavy references to all the pop music and you jump back and forth, that's fine for these weird characters. But Superman is as basic as apple pie and baseball in America. It has to be more universal. And I guarantee you, this is my opinion, he did a Guardian of the Galaxy style trailer for Superman with his choice of his music from his playlist stuffed into it. And the executive said, hell no, go and redo it. And he probably went back and forth with them, which is why they've done multiple iterations of the actual trailer. Again, this is just my feeling, but James Gunn reminds me of other creative people. Same thing happened with George Lucas. When he did the first 2 Star Wars movies, which a lot of people consider the most complete stories, he still had a producer which stayed on him and helped to curb his excesses. But when he got to the prequels and it was all him and he was the one in charge, we saw that the story quality was less than the original Star Wars movies. And you see it with other people. Like I said, Deadpool and Wolverine, that was a lot of self-indulgence, okay? And I feel the same thing with Guardians of the Galaxy. When he was allowed to go wild with the music from his playlist, he had too much in it. I got whiplash listening to it. And it shocked me because I liked the scores, both the popular music and the orchestration from the first 2 Guardians of the Galaxy movies. And so my worry with James Gunn is that he's going to do the same thing at DC because he's the one in charge now. I'm not a James Gunn hater. I've been on board with everything that he's done for the MCU and what he did for DC. I liked the Peacemaker TV show. I went to see The Suicide Squad. Not only did I watch it on my Max subscription, but I was one of the handful of people, and that's right, a handful of people who also went to the theater to watch it because it failed financially at the theater. So anyway, those are my, what was supposed to be quick thoughts on the official teaser trailer for Superman, which was released by Warner Brothers today. Did the trailer get me excited about seeing this movie? Not really. I've been burned too many times by both the MCU and DC as well as other movies. I know that James Gunn can do excellent work with his characters, so I know he's going to produce a competent movie. But going into this, even after he shows us the other trailers, I'm still going to be guardedly optimistic at best. So anyway, those are my feelings on the trailer. As always, let me know what you think in the comments. Like, subscribe, and share, and I will see you in the next video.